So this is the plan. We're gonna make a crop top and cover the whole thing in sequins. I've done something similar with rhinestones, but I've never done sequins. I've never really actually sewn sequins on anything in an excessive manner before. So the song inspiration is Love is a Wild Thing by Kacey Musgraves. I chose it because I got married a month ago and we used it in our ceremony when we were like signing the marriage license thing. So it's like, you know, the top of my head, and it kind of means something. And it's a great song. So basically we're gonna take like the vibe and the energy of the song, not like a literal translation of the song. You know, it's like a creative exercise and just, you know, here for a good time. So this is just like a rough sketch like to start with. So the song's very like sparkly and kind of earthy at the same time, and there's a lot of movement. So I thought like these flowers would work really well and do these sort of like really windy leaves. And I thought throwing like little hearts in there, you know, cause love. We'll see how that turns out with sequins. And then I'll figure out the background after, but I want to just like get the general idea of it going. For the straps, I'll probably do some sort of more flowier fabric, a chiffon or a like cheesecloth or something, just to sort of balance out the rigidness of the top, because it does have that sort of looser, flowier kind of feel to it. I'm really bad at describing music. I'm better at like showing you. That's kind of the whole plan here. And I thought sequins would be the perfect sort of material for this. So let's see how I do. Step 1, cut out our pattern. Now the pattern I'm using is one from Mood Fabrics. It's free. It's like a corset pattern. I've used it quite a few times already, and I'll link it below if you want to make it as well. Now the fabric I'm using is this canvas. It's literally a canvas drop cloth that I got from Home Depot a million years ago, and I've used it a lot, and it's really good. It's super easy to work with and really easy to sew. It has a nice structure to it for this kind of thing. All right, so I just finished the edges with my serger. I didn't cut any off. I just finished it so it doesn't fray everywhere, even though it probably is gonna fray everywhere because this fabric frays everywhere. Now, I'm not a professional sewer by any means, but I have been sewing off and on since I was a kid. To be honest, usually the sewing part turns into a meltdown at some point because, you know, it's usually because I rush through it and don't pay attention, to be honest. So, not today, doing things properly because I'm filming it. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put all the pieces together. Super easy. The next step is to add grommets on the sides so we can close it up. I'm gonna start working on sketching out sequencing this. So this is what I have for now. I'll probably add other stuff to it as I go along, but it's just a rough idea. Alright, so I got a bunch of sequins that I got from Amazon. So I want to start figuring out what to do. As in like colors. What colors do we want to do? I think I'm going to do the background gold. I have like 2 kinds of golds. I like sort of the pinks and purples and blues. Probably not red. I think I'm just going to try to like go for it and just be in the flow, see how it goes, be in the moment. I always finally trying to plan stuff. Just isn't as good. Just in the moment, you know? Well, let's hope so. So I'm thinking I maybe need to outline the flowers with like a different color, like a gold or something, because, hang on. Looks a little bit like a blob. So if I outline each thing, I think it could work. Okay, so I think this is gonna look better. It's gonna make it actually look like flowers. So I wasn't sure if I should outline like the leaves and the stem in gold or just leave it. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I think this looks better. All right, this is what I have so far. Honestly, this is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. So this is where we're at so far. I got the leaves all done. They kind of remind me of pickles, but it's fine. It is what it is at this point. So now we got to figure out the background. I was thinking there's a line in the song that says running like a river trying to find the ocean. So I was thinking of using like these blues and doing like a rivery kind of thing in the background with it. And then I have sort of these lighter colors like this white and the clear and these silvers, maybe doing like some sort of color blocking thing. And I have these oranges, maybe like doing something at the bottom. Like I don't want to make the background too busy because it will take away from the flowers and what we already have. Honestly, I kind of like it how it is without a background. And no, I'm not trying to do less work. I kind of like it. But the project was cover the whole thing in sequins. So that is what we're going to do. So I think I'm going to start with the blue thing and just see how the rest of it goes. Okay, so this is where we're at. I took like a couple days off from doing this because I was starting to get a little like trying to force it and mildly meltdown ensuing. I was just overthinking it and getting in my head too much with it, but we're over it now, so yay me. So I finished the blue thing and then I added like this orange part to kind of like, it was like the earth. So I just alternated orange and like a dark orange and a light orange. And I also added like a pink kind of, one pink line through it to sort of tie in the pinks. And I also added little gold dots as well. I did it kind of like layered like that because you know the earth is in layers. Oh. So now we gotta add straps. Now, see, this is the problem. I ordered these ribbons here from Amazon, and they're not very long for what I need them for. Because I was gonna do like bows, so I wanted like a lot of length with it. And this was probably enough for one side, but they're all different colors. Maybe I should have read the listing description, but I also have this cheesecloth, so I'm probably gonna use that instead. Just cut it into strips, because I kind of want to like bows and have it kind of like flow, you know, flow. And then also use it to tie up the back. Maybe I can use the blue to tie up the back. So yeah, we gotta do straps because I keep forgetting to do them. And before I finish putting sequins on the rest of it. This is taking me a very long time, by the way. It's been like 3 weeks. I mean, I haven't been working on it like 24/7 every day, but like this orange part probably took me 2-3 hours. I'm very slow, but I am getting better at putting them on. So I just put on YouTube or like Netflix and just listen mostly and put them on. But it's like my favorite part is doing this because I like seeing it all come together and like the evolution of it, and I don't know, it's kind of meditative as well. Yeah, a lot longer than I thought it would be. Those rhinestone ones took me like a couple days. So let's put some straps on. I know the pattern doesn't have straps, but I like putting straps on them. Do we like it or does it look stupid? I feel like it's kind of messy looking. That was kind of the point of it, was to sort of be kind of a little messy and like frayed on the edges. Part of me kind of likes it and part of me hates it, so I'm gonna think about it. So I think this looks a lot better. I don't know, I thought the cheesecloth looked cheap, so. We got like all 4 colors. So I did 2 light colors, light blue and the gray in the front, and then the somewhat lighter blue and dark blue in the back. I don't know why I ordered blue, just did. Okay, I'm glad I changed it. And now I just gotta finish sewing on the rest of the sequins. I'll see you in another 3 weeks. So the problem is I only have this amount of light blue sequins for the background. I don't think it's gonna fill it, it's not gonna work. So what I was thinking was I could do like a moon, half circle-y kind of thing on this side with the silver, and then do the dark blue and kind of like fade it in. I'm also trying to make the straps work, like the blues and the straps make sense. I should have done something more neutral, but you know, you live and learn, and we're just gonna work with what we have. Anyways, I made these funny looking clouds, you know, to take up a little more space in the background. I think it's coming together, slowly but surely, it's coming together. So to put the sequins on, it's pretty easy. You just have to like line them up. So you go up next to the one you just put on, stick it in over the needle, and then just go back down next to the sequin. And then come and then just keep doing that over and over and over and over and over again. I took a class on Domestica of how to do these. Like, it was like beading and sequins and stuff. I'll link it below if you want to take it too. It was pretty helpful. I started this project in the middle of taking that course, so I got better as time went on. Just don't yell at me, okay? So it's pretty cool seeing all the sequins on and seeing it all come together. I'm pretty excited about it. Feels pretty good to, you know, have like part of it done. Maybe like a quarter of it done. Okay, so I have this much background to fill in and this amount of blue. I can probably get this part done. That's about it. Maybe I'll do like this kind of blue instead. So guess what? She's done! Finally. I didn't think this day would ever come. Alright, it's time to style it. I'm not sure where I'd actually wear this, but you know, casually around the house. And by style, I mean just put on. Alright, got her on. Bit of a process, but we did it. So I just paired it with some just wide leg jeans. Something simple. It's surprisingly comfortable. You know how like you normally put on a sequence and like a sequin dress or something and it's like super scratchy? This is not super scratchy. I was expecting it to be super uncomfortable. So overall, I think it turned out pretty well, considering. Some things I would have done differently is I definitely would have used a frame to, you know, keep it in place. And I think it would have been a lot faster and easier, and I know it would have been faster and easier. I did use an embroidery hoop for parts of it, but you can't really when you get too far along, so. And I also probably would have done like a more simple design, but the song is Love is a Wild Thing, so. And I think I would have done a different color for the straps. Or something different. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty well considering. But if you have made it this far, thank you so much. This whole thing has been a bit of a journey for me. I've been editing as I go, because it's been like a month. And this is like my first one. So I was trying to figure out how to do things and what works for things, like for filming. So some of it is on my phone, some of it is on the camera, and I apologize for the bad audio in some parts. And I also hope this inspires you to be creative and just to go for it, even if you don't know how to do it 100%, and just figure it out as you go. Honestly, I kind of miss putting the sequins on. I know, but it became like a habit. It was like part of my routine, and like, I don't know. You're just kind of sad that I'm just kind of sad that it's over. But thanks again, and I will see you in the next project. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.